Hello and welcome to Alchemist Swim. This is Alchemist Jen. Hello, happy day to you. Happy day. Today's whim of the day is to do some more drawing, transferring of some images to make some beautiful blocks to do some printmaking. Wow! Alright. Thanks for being here. Alright, so I've got some things in progress and I just wanted to not be too prepared, but then show kind of a little bit of the process, because everything is in flow, it's in flux, and showing up and having everything perfect, is not realistic to creating art. So I didn't want to go too far into the steps. I wanted to show some of the more weird stuff, like I grabbed a hunk of tracing paper, but I wanted to cut it down into smaller pieces to use it, so I figured I'd do that now with you. You're very special for that. I'm special too, I guess, maybe, because I think this is funny. So I have a couple of drawings that I was playing with, and they're a bit silly, but again, being raw and visual with you guys as I'm looking at them myself and going, do I really want to do this? So my first one is the classic cat heart butt. Yes, I did the cat heart butt. And then I just kind of started with a sketch and then moved over to something like that. So I might do something like that. I'll keep it a little bit more loose. Then I was like, oh, I could do a cat mermaid for the next thing. And I was like, no, that's overdone. So I did a cow mermaid. And then I just wanted to do a nice doodle heart and a heart balloon. So I'm going to do those so they can be closer to becoming a block to print. So I'm just going to take my hastily cut, while it was under other things on my desk, tracing paper. Real. Everything's real. And just kind of cut it into a little bit more organized rectangles, close to being, measured and accurate. Better than the hastily things. And I would have to do this anyway. I'm not doing this just for you. I have to clean it up for some reason. So that's my thing. So you get to enjoy it with me. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. So start with the heart because it's a little wider, so I'll use the wider piece of the paper, and then I will cut right up on top and call it good. Bam! And then next up, it's gonna be this fancy cow mermaid, because everybody needs that in their life. I know you want one. You didn't know this before this, but I know you want one. So, this is for you as much as it is for me. Alright. Cut, cut, cut. If I sing what I'm doing and then also distract myself and make it an even worse rectangle, it's all good. It works. It'll still do the magic. And that's what's important. Because magic is what life is about. Or the more interesting parts of life. Maybe it's because we just make our own magic. Alright, so now I have 3 pieces of tracing paper. Voila. And then we're going to go ahead and use our fancy pencil and do some tracing and some transferring to block. Let's see. I want to do the biggest one first because then I figure out how much room I have left for the other goodies. So try to see if I can do this with you without making too much of a mess. And someday I'll figure out like a better setup for this, but I think it's kind of clumsy and wonderful to have it more vulnerable like this as we go. So who practices upside down drawing? Apparently I do. Alright, and remember, it doesn't matter if it's perfect because it's gonna look good as the final result anyway, so we're good. Alright, and squiggle, squiggle, squiggle. And then I didn't have the first part of the string, so I'll add that on there. Make more complicated marks for me to cut out. It works, it works. Alright, doodle shapes. And when I cut it, I can do whatever I want anyway, so nothing is permanent and anything can be restarted. So just remember that as you're creating. Hopefully I have enough of this in the shot. If not, you get me, and you're looking at the top of my head again. It's our thing we're doing. Alright. And we did some circles, some triangles, we'll do some squarish shapes. Ish is important in this. And a long line. And a nice spirally triangle shape. But I will do better when I carve it. Alright, so heart looks alright. One more square in there balances that out. So that one's done. And I know you can't see the trace very well, but I'm still going to hold it up in front of you. Because why not, right? Even if it doesn't transfer. Yeah, transfer. Yeah. And apparently I have that word on my mind. Alright, now it's cow time. Cow made. Is that a thing? Like, you're just looking at the cat butt the whole time while I'm drawing everything else, because that's the only thing I'm not covering up. Yeah. Alright, cow time. I think an advantage to this is having me actually doing drawing is that I'm actually drawing too. So thank you for being with me while I'm creative, because I don't think I would do this exactly this way or this fun if I didn't have an audience. So thank you for being my audience. Alright, cow has a head and ears, and I had like little spots. It's Jersey cow or something. And now we have some hoofage. Little cute hoofage. And that mesh between the cow belly and the bottom half is a wiggly line. That makes sense. Hi, kitty. And splotches. I did not give this cow udders, and I'm okay with that because I feel like it just would get complicated. And I'm good with that. Though, I'm wondering if a cow-mermaid combo would still have 4 stomachs. That's the question I have, not about anything else. Alright, we'll do a nice little crosshatch simpleness for the scaliness of the tail. Bam, and whoosh, 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 whoosh. Alright, now we have a cow. If I hold it up there, I think it'll be easier to see, and it'll look a little bit better. So there's our cow. Alright, on to the next one. This one I'm going to, I don't know, I'm just going to play with it. I'm just going to let it be what it is. I think it looks weird, but I kind of like that it looks weird, so you can still tell it's a cat in the butt, so I'm leaving it at that instead of having the head up higher. And ginormous feet, because that's exactly how cats stand, as they put their back feet out. You have a cat, you've studied this, no doubt. Alright. I don't know. I I really don't know if that's really translating at all, but you know, it's what we got, and I don't know, we'll see how it carves out. So I have some pieces of block, and we're going to work on transferring to our beautiful block. This one is wide enough for the heart, so we'll use that one. It's just scrap pieces is important. It's at least important for me in my practice to be able to use as much of the pieces of block as possible. Minimal waste. And I don't need, just like the other one, I don't need a border around it because I'll just go and clear the edge around it anyway, so it's a nice organic edge. And it is time for our bone folder. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Alright. Right on the edge there. So every image that's produced as awkward as possible makes it that much cooler, right? I'm pretty sure that's how that works with art. This is art too, so everything has a performance piece, and then it's you can hang it on your wall or enjoy it as a head scarf or something. So there's that one. And see if we have room for the cow, but I don't think we do, not quite. So see if we have room over here. We do. That's perfect size. Awesome. Awesome shape to work with. I think these were from my octopus book series, because a lot of them have rounder edges in that. I was making things that would work well in a book format that I felt like needed more defined edges. So here we go. It's like a magic force. You've got to rub on the image and make it appear. Ta-da! Did the thing. Alright, there's a little bit of a duplicating there. That's awesome. And then I think I can grab my cat butt. Yeah, I said that. I said if I can grab my cat butt. I'm going to put it right here with the cow. And I think there's plenty of room to cut around that and to have really good edge there. So, rubbing away on the cat butt. Alright, here we go. I love how easy this transfer method is because, look, it's already done. So we did the drawings. I literally did them just before too, so I didn't even do them that long ago. I smudged the cow a little bit, but that's fine. That's the other downside to this, is that you get it on yourself and you end up smudging it, but that's fine because you're just going to carve right into it anyway, and once you carve into it, you have those lines. Silly heart. And then these, like I talked about yesterday, if you were with me, if not, that's okay. I'll bring you up to speed. So we're going to be putting these blocks and a unicorn inside of bubble shapes that have glitter in them on bandanas, which are ice dyed in rainbow colors. That's pretty cool. So you're welcome to follow along and see what else happens during this magical process that is happening. I'll definitely need a couple more blocks to stick inside the bubbles because I don't want to repeat them too much, but they're small creatures, but the bubbles can be pretty big around them, which is cool. So we're on an adventure. We'll see where it ends up. I don't know until I go to draw what's going to happen. I never would have thought I would have done the cow and the mermaid thing. The cat butt was just funny to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess it's a thing I want to do. So we did it. So yay. I have another ice dyed tapestry behind me, and so you've been looking at it the whole time probably, well, instead of looking at my head. Totally cool, or you know what else I was doing. or just notice it now. You're like, oh, there's some stuff behind her. Yeah, that's just another tapestry I did. So yay for ice dyeing. And my sweatshirt, I did not dye, but Tabby and Void did. So Tabby and Void out of Florida, they are awesome. So go check them out if you want to see some other fun stuff and some weaving. I think that's gonna be it for today's whims. They were plentiful and pretty amazing, if I can say so. So join me tomorrow. We'll do some more. We'll see where the whim takes us. Bye.